This is Cate Swannell for the MJA, and in our last video of the year we're talking to Editor-in-Chief Stephen Leeder about our Christmas issue. Hello, Steve.
Good morning, Kate.
It's a Christmas cracker.
Yes, well, we're using a slightly different format for the cover, which I think people will enjoy. It's a picture of the Tower of London with populated with those nearly 900,000 red poppies that they planted.
Yes, it's a beautiful picture.
To commemorate the deaths in World War I from British and Imperial forces, including from Australia, and it's a fitting end to the centenary celebrations for the commencement of World War I, but also the celebrations for the centenary of the MJA. So
yes, we've had a big year.
Yeah, well, we pick it up a bit in the editorial comment, wherein I'm looking at the century in review, saying that medicine stands outside a lot of the conflicts and ideologies and boundaries that have brought so much suffering. And in a way, we can all identify with Médecins Sans Frontières, which is a terrific group who are not bound by boundaries or ideology or circumstance and keep on doing their work, which is a kind of motto, I think, for medicine more generally. So that's one of the ideas that we pick up in the editorial.
Terrific. We also have our Christmas competition.
We do indeed, and there's some really fun contributions there, which I think everyone will enjoy reading. They're more or less in a lighter vein, as is appropriate for the season. So,
did I notice one about trying to practice when you're full of Christmas pudding and Christmas cheer?
Yes, well, some sound warnings there about not getting too exuberant in the terms of Christmas celebrations. There's also an interesting article about the what's come to be called the polypill, which is a combination therapy of a diuretic, a couple of antihypertensives, and a cholesterol lowering component in the treatment, or preventive treatment actually, of cardiovascular disease. It's been around for over 10 years now, in one form or another. It first hit the press in the British Medical Journal, and Richard Smith went on to say that the paper describing it was probably the most important that he had overseen as editor of the journal. We're seeing the definition of where it's appropriate to use a combination become clearer.
Yes.
And so the article looks at where things are up to with the cardiovascular polypill. So it's timely and it's appropriate.
We've also got a little bit about obstetrics.
Yes, and making the case that with decreasing numbers of fully specialists, of obstetricians in rural and remote areas, there is a need, and we haven't quite got all the components of meeting that need sorted out. We're still a bit fuzzy around the edges of what the role of the general practitioner obstetrician should be, how you get women to go to the big centres so that they're fully safe. Should everyone go? What's the story? So it's an exploration of fundamentally the challenges that are facing women in childbirth in rural and remote areas. Part of a much larger matter, of course, which is how we organise services most appropriately to provide equity of access for people who live beyond the big cities. It's a big system question.
Well, it's a big issue of the MJA to go with it, so there's plenty of reading, isn't there?
Well, I hope everybody enjoys it, and I certainly pass on the good wishes of the MJA editorial staff to all our readers. It's great to have the support, and we hope you have a happy Christmas, and the 2015 is kind of all of us. So thanks, Kate.
Thanks, Steve. Bye-bye.